Alright, so I know a lot of people want to put bucket seats in their G-bodies. I have them in my Monte Carlo. Had them in the El Camino. And going to install them correctly in there this time. So I know a lot of them come with the bench seats. So I'm going to show you guys how to put bucket seats in your G-body. So for one, I already have the carpet torn out. And with the full bench seat, you don't have inner seat mounts. So you are going to need a welder to do that and inner seat mounts. So I'm going to have to weld those into place. And then you're going to need your bucket seats. So I already had these. They're used. I will be switching them out in the future, but for now I'm going to stick with using these. So a lot of bucket seats, if you order them, most of them will come with sliders. Some of them don't. So these ones did not. So I ordered some off of Amazon, just universal sliders. So we'll get these mounted up. It's fairly easy. Just got to remember what side goes up. So I pretty much just bolt into the holes here. So one slider on this side, one on this side, and then the handle in between. They do come with hardware, so I'm not sure if these are the right thread pitch or not. I'll check them out and let you guys know once I install them on the bottoms. If not, I do have extra bolts with the correct thread pitch on it, so we get those installed. And that's last thing you'll need. So you get the seats, you get the inner seat mounts, you get the sliders. Then I got these brackets off of eBay, so they are for the G bodies. Type your make and model in, year, make and model, and then just look up seat brackets. They should look somewhat like this. I'm using the same ones on the Monte, so they do work. You just gotta make sure you weld these in on place. So once the sliders are on the bottom of the seat, you either already have this in the car or mount them to the seat and then place them in the car. So mount the universal sliders on here. Just pick the right holes, and it should be good. Where this one is looking a little off. So, there we go. So it'd be something like that, and then those will be mounted on the seat. So you kind of have to do it in a certain order. So it'll be easier to, or the easiest is to mount the sliders on the seat, and then the seat to the bracket, and then put the bracket in the car once the inner seat mounts are welded in. So that'll be the first step. Just waiting for some paint to dry. Cleaned up the area, so waiting for some paint to dry, and then I'll clean off some bare metal, get these welded in, and then I guess in the meantime I could attach the sliders to the seats themselves. I'll use the brackets to line up everything with the seat mounts. So once those are welded in, I'm thinking I'll line up the outer ones because those are in the factory location, factory widths. So what I'll do is put those inner seat brackets, just line them up with the mounting brackets on the mount, and tack them into place, remove the mount, and then weld them all in. So that's a little brief overview on how I'm going to do it, and worked pretty easy on the Monte, so should work just as easy on the El Camino. But there's just a little overview on if you have the bench seat or you're looking to do aftermarket bucket seats on or in a G body. So yeah, not too much. I think the seat mounts were $125 for the pair. The inner seat brackets anywhere from $20 to $30, and the sliders were $40 off Amazon. So the seats I've had for years. But you could get universal bucket seats off Amazon in between $200–300, and then you go up from there if you want like the NRG or some name brand seats. These are just universal, so they look good. These ones are just temporary, so I'll upgrade them from there. But yeah, I'll throw you guys on a time lapse, get the seats, or get the sliders mounted, and then wait for that paint to dry, and then weld in the inner seat brackets. Alright, so I installed it once before, and I had the sliders flipped around from what they should be, because they won't line up with the seat bracket. So this bottom piece, that's what goes to the bracket. This top piece is what goes to the seats, so should be enough, or that should line up pretty good. Just have to see what side I want as the inside or the outside, which I think that's going to line up better that way. So yeah, we'll have these brackets facing the inside of the seat, so when you grab the handle, lift up, it's going to disengage it and allow it to slide. So let me install it right this time. So put the bolt through there. Now use these spacers on it that came with the kit, because if I don't use the spacers, it bottoms out in there and doesn't get tight. So tighten these up. Just hope that one of these holes line up with it. So yeah, we're good to go.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, these fit a lot better this way. Oh, I made the mistake. Should have adjusted these to the same height first. They're pretty close, but not exact. See my mistake? So these slide, these are stationary, so I'm trying to slide the seat up with it. It's not gonna work, so these have to be welded down, but should be good there because these now finally line up. Yeah. Yep. Should be good to go. Now I just need to weld in the inner seat brackets, get these mounted up, and the seats will be installed. Alright, so that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I'm doing two different videos. Probably this is going to be in both videos. So got it all cleaned up. So some clean metal, and I'm going to get some tacks on it, and then I'll remove this bracket on both sides and get it welded all the way in. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. You do want to make sure it's somewhat squared up, or else the seat's going to be a little crooked. But yeah, so looking good. Just break out the welder. I think I have it on the right settings. The carpet did show up, but that'll be a different day. But yeah, let's get this plugged in and get these welded in. I'll throw it back on a time lapse, and don't mind the ugly floor. Once these are welded in, I'll clean it all up, recoat it, put sound deadening down, and go from there. Still have to make a little block off plate for here, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Alright, so there we have it. Everything's welded in. Well, oops. Guess I could have forgot that side and that side, so I'll fire the welder back up. But welding's getting a little bit better. I know the wire speed got a little messed up right there. But the other side I think it did alright. Did learn not to leave your welding helmet facing out in the sun. But yeah, so definitely a lot better than what was in there before. Well, those ones are. And up there starting to do pretty good. So welding's definitely improving compared to some of the stuff I've done in the past. So I've been practicing a little bit. Definitely need to practice before I tackle that thing. So yeah, let me fire it back up. I'll hit that side and that side. But that's all in there. Those shouldn't be going anywhere. But yeah, starting to figure it out a little bit. Still not the best. Still not a professional. But we're getting there. Alright, now the seat mounts are welded in the car. I could actually mount the brackets on here. So once again, just gotta watch what you're doing. And you're gonna want to try to keep these at the same notch. So have it all the way up for now. Let's see. Alright, yeah, so 8 bolts. We'll get those right in. So we will be using some washers with these ones, just so, well, probably on the bottom. So get everything laid out for what we need, and we'll go from there. I don't think I'll be using those spacers. No, I probably could. No, I'm not. I'm just going to keep it nice and flush with the bracket, and hopefully everything slides. Got to keep in mind which way is up, so the front are the shorter ones, so we'll keep those right there. Gbody. Alright, so that one done. We try to toss it in here. Alright, so once we're tying down, it'll sit a little Let's sit more flush. Right now, I might have to open up one of the holes just because when I welded it, might have shifted a little bit, but the seats are on. Now, the rear ones, there's supposed to be 2 mounting brackets there. There's only one, but there's 2 studs, so use the outer 2. The front ones should be good. Once it's all tightened down, we'll be good to go. Yeah, I don't know, these feel a little different now. I think they sit a little bit lower than what I had before, but definitely feels pretty good. So I think they're as far back as they go with them being mounted like that, so the only way I can slide is pretty much forward, which is kind of what I was looking for. But yeah, so we're good to go. We're a little off center right now, but everything should work. Let me see if the other side lines up a little bit better. I didn't mount it on the seat yet, so I just test fit it now, and once it's on the seat, do the same thing on the other side. Oh yeah, that one's a lot smoother. That one goes right in, so shouldn't have any problems with that. But yeah, that's how you put bucket seats in a Gbody. I said, if you don't have a welder and you don't have inner seat mounts, it might be a little tough, but I'm pretty sure you can find somebody local. The Gbody community is everywhere, so pretty sure somebody won't mind come helping you out weld those in. Yeah, so inner seat mounts, the bracket, and the sliders should be good to go.